It's just different.
What's up, and welcome back to B.A.R Fitness TV. I'm your host, Wayne. This is B.A.R Fitness podcast I created to document my fitness journey. And on that fitness journey, I joined this amazing program called E2M. And that amazing program has a lot of amazing people. And speaking of amazing people, man, I met used to be a stranger, but then turned into a brother, man. Mr. Todd, man. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. Can you hear me fine, brother?
Oh, bro, we can hear you loud and clear, my man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Me and Ty, man, we connected. It's funny. I want you to tell the story about the first time we met, because I don't even hardly remember it, but tell that and then rewind back and talk about your fitness journey.
All right. This was the first time I met Dwayne. It was like we met, but we didn't meet. This was after the workout, the big E2M meet and greet at Earlwood Park. When the E2M family came down, we had that big workout, and I kept noticing everybody was saying something about, "Hey, you Dwayne?" And I was like, "No, I ain't Dwayne." Couldn't figure out why they was calling me Dwayne. And then I was complimenting somebody. I said, "Hey, you look good." And then you walked back. You was like, "Hey, thank you, appreciate it." I was like, "Who's this? I don't even know him." But see, that's why I say I love for the fact that people that's on here are genuine, because you was just going around complimenting people and make sure everybody was good. And you didn't even know me, but in a sense, I guess you was just trying to open the door for conversation. But you was walking past, and when you looked at me, I don't even know if you remember. You might have looked like, I don't know. I better not say that. You just kept going. You was like, I said, "Yeah, you look good. You look good." And you was like, "Hey, thank you." I was like, so that's how
what's funny is I do remember that now. And what I was trying to in my mind, like when I meet people at meetups, I try to see if I remember their posts. And I was in my mind trying to remember, like, okay, is this, because there was people at the meetup that weren't in E2M, because I met, a couple when I first got there, and I was just trying to find in my mind, like, is this guy E2M? I didn't want to like start this whole conversation and you not even be E2M, right, man. So definitely awkward meetup, but like I said, we since become super close brothers, man, and I'm super grateful for our friendship. So Todd, tell the folks about your fitness journey, man, because you mentioned something on one of your videos about being ex-military and all of that, man. Get into that, man.
Yeah, man. I've been fairly fit my whole life. I would guess. I wrestled, football, basketball, only because I was a senior and they had to let me play because I was track and field. Always kind of. I'm a drummer for my church. I've been playing drums since I was like 4 years old. So I've always been kind of fit. I did join the military. I went to the United States Marine Corps. I did the reserves. And even in the Marines, I don't think I ever reached my satisfying potential of what I thought it was going to do for me. I'll just be honest with you, because everybody, you join the Marines and you're going to be this, and you're going to be that. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to come out, and it just didn't work out quite like I thought. But I kind of stayed in the gym with Planet Fitness and but never really got to where I wanted, where I was satisfied. And I tell people all the time, a lot of times we don't recognize our out of shapeness because we see ourselves all the time. So I didn't see the chubby cheeks. I didn't see, this is a funny story. I didn't really realize I was out of shape until, and we all adults. I was getting out of the shower, walking past the mirror, doing my normal shooby-doo-doo, brushing my teeth, and my back was still wet. So I grabbed a towel again and turned around, and then I looked back at the mirror. And I was like, oh. So I was like, oh my God, what is that on my back and my neck? I looked like I had Polish sausage, smoked sausage, beef sausage, pork sausage. On the side, I had the buns, and then I noticed I could barely bend down and tie my shoes without kind of being out of breath. And like I said, I always stayed in some kind of shape, but never realizing the best shape I could be in through this program. So I'm fast forward a little bit, been married now. Me and my wife been together 21 years coming up July. And she was athletic as well. She did softball, basketball. She did, matter of fact, first time me and her had a slight quote unquote date. I dropped her off at the house, and she was like, "I'll be right back." She was living with our pastor, which is her uncle. She went upstairs. I was in some patent leather shoes, man. We just came from church. She came back downstairs dressed in a Michigan Wolverine basketball jersey and shorts and some fresh sneakers. And we out there, she challenged me. So we always been kind of fit, but then marriage and you looking at each other and you don't see the increase of weight. And all of a sudden, one day it just hits, and you like, wow. Like I said, I looked in the mirror and I was like, where all this extra meat come from? And I did join a gym. Like I said, Planet Fitness, I don't even consider that a gym no more. That's just some place that's gonna take my money where I'm not gonna go, and they just gonna get at the minimum of $120 a year, or at the maximum $240 a year plus their little yearly fees. But I got introduced. I never heard anything about E2M, but Deidre Harvin, which is a godsend for me and my wife. She would join in on my podcast every now and again. I have a podcast, Todd Mickens, Let's Talk About Podcasts. And I noticed she wasn't coming in, and she started posting pictures, man. I was like, yo, Deidre, and I know her personally, her and her husband, Pastor Harvin. Like, yo, Deidre look good. And my wife was like, you saw that picture of Deidre? And it's always when the women see another.
Yep.
Yeah.
It.
So Deidre was like, yeah, I'm a part of a program called E2. And it must have been like way in the middle of the program, because she didn't try to get us to join. She told us about it. Because, most time people tell you about, yeah, I'm losing weight and these results come from such. So she just kind of threw the hook out there. And I was kneeling. I was old bass. I was old bass fish. I put the hook in my mouth, spit it out.
Spit it back out.
Yeah. My wife was a brim. She went. She just grabbed the hook, because I was like, I'm not joining no more gyms. I'm not doing gyms. At the end of the day, I can't get off work in time. Man,
listen,
man?
Time out.
What, man?
Bro, so first of all, I love the fish. And so I know we got to connect on that, because you said you was a bass. You spit the hook out. Your wife was a brim, and she went to the. I knew all those references resonate with me, brother. Like, I can't contain myself. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. Yes, I mean, when she grabbed the hook, she said it. Deidre ain't had to say it. She grabbed the hook and like that. And like I said, Deidre didn't push it on her. She just introduced it, and then we looked at the results. Yeah. And my wife, she was having problems with her knees, and we trying to figure out. You always look at everything else. She having problems here and there. Myself, my knees, and this, and we were just kind of like, but again, being amongst each other, we wasn't really seeing that. We were just out of shape. We were going to a gym together, all man for it, and getting results from the gym, but we wasn't getting a complete package that's given to us through E2M. So my wife, out of the blue, because she asked me, I said, I'm not joining no more gyms. I said, I don't care about no E2M. I'm happy for Deidre and her results, but bumper E2M. I'm just be honest.
Yeah, be real.
And my wife know how stubborn I am. When I'm saying no, it ain't no need to try to ask me no more. She just politely, I don't even know why, she just, honey, I joined E2M. So I'm like, what? Like, woman, after I told you, I was like George Jefferson. I was like, Weezy. and she bait, hook, and sinker. I don't even know if I'm saying the right order. She said, well, you know, it's only $40 a week. And I'm the type of person, I'm like, well, if it's $40 a week, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pay it anyway, just because that's my wife. So you know, she may get into something, but I'm gonna go ahead and pay it. And then she said, well, the spouse is free.
Bingo.
So then the bass came. Then I came out and I went out. When I did that,
yes, sir.
And man, we got in it, man. And I was still skeptical about E2M program because I couldn't get it. You know, those first couple of days of trying to register, man, it's crazy. So they done took out who this Mr. Spoon guy.
He took our money.
He done took our money. He ain't nobody got no chefs and all that stuff. Hey, so I was being calling on Mr. Spoon, Mr. Spoon, Mr. Spoon, give me my money back. So I'm sitting there, man, and you know, when I got in, and to be honest, we actually was almost a week behind because she didn't start until I got all the way in. So the results that we got was actually off of just 7 weeks, which was a good thing. But man, we got in there, man, and man, I can't explain it. It's like rapid. Well, I don't want to say rapid. I want to say it's like subtle results that I really didn't notice, or my wife really didn't notice. My wife would tell you she ain't gonna care if I tell you this. She starts saying, honey, my shoes ain't tight no more. She no lie, she went down in shoe sizes.
Wow.
But you know, everybody got that, oh man, we just getting older. Weight comes with getting older. And to some degree, that does play a part. But just being around each other, loving each other, in spite of through sickness and health, through good and bad, we just and lo and behold, the clothes started getting loose. And my wife was, you know, women, when they talk about going down a pant size, a shirt size, they be excited. But when they tell us about it, I'm like, all right, well, you know.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It's because we don't know what size they wear anyway. They were like, baby, I'm in a 10. Like, I had no idea where you is that good or bad? Like, I don't know.
You must be old mudfish because you spitting out too much information. But yeah, you're right. So I hope she didn't feel that I wasn't excited about her. Excited, but I just didn't understand that.
Yep.
Like you went down and okay. Yep. But until I went in the closet, and you know, men normally don't, you know, worry about I can't get into these pants. But it was about 3 pair of pants that I haven't worn for 3 years because my thighs wouldn't get in them. And see, you laughing at me, bro.
Hey,
listen,
it's all love.
Listen, I put my pants leg in there, like I'ma just go for it. And I went for it, and I was able to button it up, and I had room. And it just so happened, my wife, and I'm gonna tell it, my wife got on the scale before the time.
Oh yeah.
She's like, honey,
now you spitting out information.
Down. So I was like, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Just like Adam and Eve at the tree, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get on the scale, but my Eve bit off the tree, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, sir. I shouldn't have did what Adam did. You know, I can't blame the Lord. This woman you gave me, Mr. Spoon, went on the scale. I went and snuck on the scale and saw I lost. Man, I've been walking around now. I'm talking like her, baby. I didn't went down 2 pant size. She looked at me like, but see, she had instant gratification. Yeah, because she understand it. Yeah. So now that we see each other progress, and I'm more or less so happy of her progress, definitely, because I can see it in her face that, you know, she's like, I guess women look at it different than men, because I mean, I'll put on a big shirt and big pair of pants, I don't care. But a woman's treasure or reward is her body. Yep. You know, so now that she getting in wearing these nice dresses and man, looking like a buttercup, man, and you know,
Yes, sir.
looking like a Reese's buttercup with the sprinkles on it.
Yes, sir.
Since I can't eat the Reese's peanut butter, I got to imagine my wife is these things, and man, it does me good that she doing so good, which
Yeah.
actually pushes me because normally, and I don't know about you,
Go ahead.
me and my wife get along real good. We get along great.
She's showing you love right now.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Now don't make me come downstairs. I'm coming. just hold on. A change is going. But going to the gym with my wife before E2N was different because I think she just basically looked at it as, and maybe I was rough, but she was like, why I got to do this? Why? And then now I realize that she couldn't really follow somebody who didn't really have the results to follow.
That's good.
I might have been getting stronger, but I ain't had no results. So how could she really, be like, okay, honey, because I was like, baby, you do this and do that. But she couldn't follow me in the gym because she saw some work, but she didn't see no results.
Yep, that's real.
Man, that'll preach. I got to write that.
That will preach. Write that down, brother. Listen,
man. Yeah. So, so like maybe about a month ago, her and her friend are part of the program. I had just finished one of Mandy's. Matter of fact, it was the pluck tucks and the jack tuck. Whatever them things is Mandy had us doing. The plain tuck and the plain jacks. And I was tired, but her and her friend came in, and I was using the Tabata app. I was trying to show them, hey, you ain't got to worry about watching the video. You can just remember the workouts. And I said, y'all want me to do it with you? And it was like, it was an instant from her. Yeah, honey. And now I realized she could follow me because she saw me being a leader and having the results. So, yeah, man, I done said a lot. I gotta let you say something.
Beautiful. No, bro. No, look. I can tell you got your own show, man. You drove it right along the path I wanted you to go. You took it all the way there, man. You said so much good stuff, man. Like one of the things that you mentioned about our wives and getting clothes when they feel good about themselves. I don't know if you remember on Nutty Professor when he first got skinny, he was like, spandex. I want spandex. You know. So that was my wife, but her thing was leopard print. Like because in her mind, she always said the leopard print meant like it was a sexy pattern, and she felt that way. And so, bro, she got leopard print everything, bro. Like sandals, socks, shirts, and I love it. I love it because she feels confident. She feels good about it. So I definitely resonate with you on that, man. And you kind of, like I said, you kind of drove the bus everywhere I wanted you to take it, man, as far as the conversation goes. Real quick before we get out, man, let's talk about just the community, man, and just your experience with that. I mean, already knowing Deidre, that's a plus. Big shout out to her. She's always a huge supporter of my show as well. But just talk about your experience with the community and all of that good stuff.
Man, I'm a social media. Well, I love Facebook. I love posting.
Me too.
So my wife used to get on me all the time. See, now I can get on her because she done started posting. Matter of fact, I got a story about that too. I got another story about
Go ahead, get into it.
but so with the community, it was like when I heard Jeff saying, post your pictures, always tune in. It just, especially, I don't know what it is by Eddie, man, but it's Eddie got a glow, man. Eddie
he's watching right now.
Listen, I don't know what it is by Eddie, but even if Eddie don't comment on my post, when I see Eddie saying, Eddie talking about, yo, when I see him encouraging people, I was like, yo, this is, Then when I kind of seen his progress, and then I started noticing a guy named Dwayne. Who's this dude named Dwayne? And then I started notice what's it? Lord, she gonna get Crystal. And it was like everybody was, because a lot of programs tell you everything you want to hear. Oh, you come a part of this and that. But everything that was said by Jeff was actually followed through by Jeff. And I'm gonna go back to the meet and greet. I was skeptical until meet and greet day. Because I said, no, Coach Mandy, Whit, Alicia, Jeff, Brad, they all fake. I know it. When we get to see them, they're gonna be bougie. They ain't gonna want nobody to they're gonna be standoffish. I even said after I realized, I said, oh yeah, this guy here, Dwayne, he must be the spokesperson. He gonna I was, and then I went up to, who was it first? I went up to Mandy. And the same way Mandy is on I was like, Mandy, can I get it? I was scared. I was starstruck. I was just like, man, she was like, okay, sure. I was like, okay. First, my wife couldn't make it. So I said, Brad, me and my wife love you. He said, where's she at? I said, man, she couldn't make it. He said, go live. I was like, huh? He said, I'm gonna do a shout out to her right now. I was like, oh, okay. All of a sudden, right. I was like, hey,
stop.
I was like, hey, Miss Whit. And she was like, hey, how you doing? You better not quit on me. I was like,
stop it.
I was like, hey, Miss Whit. She gonna get me. I know she gonna get me. I was like, hey, Miss Whit. She was like, hey, all right, don't you quit on me. And then I met because everybody was saying that's Whit Brad. And I didn't understand why they were saying Whit Brad until I realized we got Coach Brad, and then Brad, the other Brad, belongs to Whit.
Yep.
I was like, then I met him, and he was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, man, it's a pleasure to meet you. And then I came up to Alicia, and I was like, okay, this is a sister here. So I'm about to see, is the sister really, do she have two split personalities? First thing that sold me was Sister Alicia. I said, hey, can I get a picture? She said, okay, yeah, sure. Then she said, hold on. She did something with her hair. She shook her hair. she shook her hair. She said, okay, snap. And I was like, boom. And I was walking off. She said, wait a minute. Let me see it. She said, my hair wasn't right. So I said to myself, she is true. She's a real person. Then the thing that topped it off, she said, oh, by the way, I love that hat. I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold on the whole program. Said, I'm sold on the whole program. But my last person was Mr. Spoon.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that Jeff literally stayed around and tried to meet everybody? He didn't shy away from shaking hands, taking pictures. He actually sold me over. I said, excuse me, Jeff. He said, hey, what's up, Big Swole? And I was like, oh yeah, sir. You mind if I take a picture with you, sir? He's like, yeah, man, come on, man, get in here. And man, it was, I'm telling you, I was so overwhelmed. And then I met the Yancey twins. They was getting ready to walk off, and I was like, two sisters that are sisters, they ain't gonna want to talk. They was almost to I say, excuse me. They turn around, man. We end up talking about health and fitness and their journey for about 30 to 40 minutes. The community sucked me in just from being real. I mean, it's like so many people that I can go to. Like sometimes I hit you up, hey man, which we ain't gonna tell nobody exactly what it was. I was like, hey man, so, my posting, but you was like, no, brother, I think everything, because I was like, I was hurt, man.
I know.
I was like, man, somebody took my post down. What I did wrong? I was hurt.
Bro, man, I've been there. That's I'm glad you hit me, because I told you it happened to me. And this is, it's just one of those weird things. But like you said, it's good to have people you can lean on, man. So listen, Todd, man, before we get out, because we can talk all night, me and you, and we need to do that eventually.
Yeah.
I like to kind of keep these short, man. So any words of encouragement, somebody might be watching, listening, that skeptical, a natural skeptic like yourself, a natural bass fish, don't just take the bait when you swim it by. What would be your words of encouragement to them?
My words of encouragement to any and everybody, man, that's give me 8 weeks. Give E2M 8 weeks. I can guarantee you success. if you put in the work, if you follow the program. The only way you can fail in E2M is if you don't do the work. Coach even said he can almost guarantee if you just do the food plan, you can lose weight. Now he didn't tell you to come in. Yeah, I mean, who want to spend $340 just Mr. Spoon, Mr. Spoon? That ain't work. Yeah, but if anybody listen, hit people in their inboxes, look at the results like Deidre Harvard, like Eddie, like Dwayne, Crystal, myself, my wife. What you got to lose? And I tell you what, me and my mom talk about this all the time. You can either pay to be healthy now or pay extra to try to get back healthy when you at the doctor.
Amen.
I mean, and see, I want to start saying more, but I know there's a time limit thing. But you know, I need like an hour. I need an hour. We just need, because I got a lot of Dallas stuff to talk. I mean, you know, I don't know who your team is, but
look, we'll bring you back. We'll bring you back. We'll do a part 2 and have some extended time. I'm a Colts fan. I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan, so you're not my enemy.
Interview over anyway.
Like I said, I'm not a Dallas hater, you know. I got my team, but bro, listen, this was super fun. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll definitely record again, and I can't wait to be on your show. And just kind of go back and forth, man. When it comes to that, and I want to close my show the same way we always end with 1 Timothy 4:8. While the bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also the life to come. So appreciate you guys listening and watching B.A.R Fitness TV. Until next time, you guys, God bless.
Just different.